Hey guys, what's up? It's time for this month's horror block. I'm busting the axe out again, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't know. I feel like the axe was just a little nice, you know. This is premium. Let me just okay. Cut away from yourself. There we go. Alright. This is the one for October. This one better not disappoint. I remember the one for last year for October. They had like a bunch of shit in here, and they didn't even have the bubble mailer because they sent out a like special edition tin that contained a bunch of movies. Pretty sure it's somewhere shoved right here. They sent out this Bloodfest DVD set in this metal tin, which it's nice and everything, and it's got like it's got 5 movies on it, including fucking Lucio Fulci's House by the Cemetery, as well as the U.S. cut of Dario Argento's Deep Red, which on this set is called The Hatchet Murders. It claims all the movies on here are PG-13, but I know for a fact both House by the Cemetery and The Hatchet Murders would not get PG-13. So it's a little... I mean, it was like, you know, it's a cheap little set, and the transfers aren't the best thing ever. But it's still kind of nice that they threw something like this in there, because it's cool, it's aesthetic. I like that kind of stuff. But, from the looks of it, nothing like that in this year's, but I'm not trying to compare it to last year's, because if I do, it's automatically setting this fucking thing up for failure. So from the looks of it, yeah, we got 4 DVDs. Let's see what the first one is. Okay, so we got a film from, this is one of those, Shriek Show, like, fresh meat, like, oh, this is a new horror film that we've picked up. It's called Last Breath. Now, I own a couple of these, fresh meat, like, editions of, where is it? There it is. Of Shriek Show movies. The first one I ever bought, I remember vividly, was this one, Smash Cut, which stars porn star Sasha Grey. This one was a pretty interesting, like, tribute to the works of Herschel Gordon Lewis. This one also features Herschel Gordon Lewis in the cast, and it stars David Hess, the main criminal from that one, The Last House on the Left. So here we have a film from Ty Jones called Last Breath. Let's see what this is about. Michael and Tina are struggling with their marriage. Michael is taking out their frustrations by drinking. Their only son is forced to watch the disintegration of the family, unable to do anything. Michael buys a rundown warehouse in an attempt to reignite his relationship with his wife. Suddenly, the two find themselves trapped in the abandoned building. The doors are locked and there is no way out. Somebody must be watching them. Their mysterious captor forces them to confront their deepest secrets and darkest fears through painful and torturous methods. Their choices will determine their survival. Okay, I really hate to like harp on a low-budget independent film because sometimes you can't do something that's super original when you're on a low budget. Sometimes you can't do something that's really ambitious with a low budget. So even though this kind of sounds like nearly every kind of torture porn film from the last about 10 years, I might give this one a shot. It sounds okay-ish. It sounds kind of like The Collector. So I guess there's that. Let's see what's next. Come on, give me something good. I mean, I'm a little upset because I already own this, and I own actually the superior version of this. But at the same time, I mean, I can always just give this to somebody. It's Waxwork and Waxwork 2 on double feature. I already own the double feature Blu-ray from Vestron Video, and the double feature Blu-ray was like $30 when I got it, and I honestly think that was at least a decent enough price. I'm not gonna harp on this too long because I already own it, but if I didn't own it and I didn't know there was a Blu-ray release, or this was before the recent Blu-ray release, I would be as happy as a pig in shit right now, because I love Waxwork and Waxwork 2. They're very fun movies. If you haven't seen either of them, give them a watch. The first Waxwork is legitimately an absolute gore fest, and is a great horror comedy. Waxwork 2 is okay. It goes a little all over the place when it's, when they're like traveling to different dimensions and different time periods. But the second one does feature Bruce Campbell in the cast, so that's cool. Yeah, Waxwork and Waxwork 2. I'm not gonna complain too much. Those are fun movies. I like those movies. Let's get on to the third one, and let's hope this one is good. Oh, okay, this is, I kind of already know right off the bat this is probably not going to be very good. Before I even show you the cover or read you the title, I want you to know who is listed on the cast on the front. Billy Zane. And now, Billy Zane, he was in Demon Knight, and he was great in Demon Knight. He showed so much, like, fucking charisma in that role that I think he could go on, that with the right choices in what movies to star in, and with the right roles, Billy Zane could have been the next, like, fucking, and, you know, don't fucking crucify me for this, but could have been, like, the next Christopher Lee, when Christopher Lee did Dracula. I think that Billy Zane is very good at doing semi-comedic characters who are also just like demons or monsters or killers. Like, he's good at that. But he kind of went downhill and starred in some cheap TV movies and some low-budget stuff that isn't very good. And then here we have something that he's in, and I can tell just by looking at the cover this probably isn't going to be a very good one. It's called Silent Warnings. From the looks of it, this is some kind of alien movie. Now, I don't have a problem with alien horror films, but let's see what we have going on here. In a small Oregon town, mysterious crop circles have begun appearing in Joe Vosmer's cornfields. When Joe's cousin Leanne, his 5 college friends, and the local sheriff happen upon the otherworldly designs, they unleash unfathomable terror beyond anything they have ever known. The close-knit group is desperate to escape the grisly wrath of the discovery once they realize that the circles are merely not innocent drawings but deadly warnings. Look, if this has legit gore effects and legit alien effects, then totally. This could be like the next Mutilations when it comes to fun, bad movies. But from the looks of it, it says it's rated R for language and sexuality. And some sexual content, so that probably means this film is devoid of all gore. And honestly, what year did this come out? It looks like 2003 is the year this came out. When did M. Night Shyamalan's Signs come out? Because I feel like this might be a little bit of a ripoff of Signs, because I'm pretty sure Signs came out around the same time. Okay. The Silent Warnings. You know what? I'll give it a shot. Maybe. And the last one is, okay, that's official. This month's horror pack is a legit disappointment. We got a bunch of crap I've never seen that I don't care about, and we've got 2 movies that I've seen that I do love, but I've already owned them, so it's kind of still a negative. And then the final movie they send me is a movie that I've despised ever since it first came out. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, this movie, it's okay as a bad movie, and I kind of enjoy it with, you know, some alcohol and some friends. I'm sure it's a blast with some alcohol and friends. But the thing is, my friends don't like to sit down and watch bad movies. I'm the only one that does. And when it comes to this bad movie, instead of me finding it entertaining, I just got more pissed off than anything else. I'm talking about Shark Night. Jesus fucking Christ. The last movie I expected to get in this pack involving October and Halloween is Shark Night. And again, I'm not going to harp on this not being as good as Last October's, because Last October's, I'm pretty sure, other than like this nice-ass 10, there wasn't anything super extravagant in the pack. So, but it was still a decent one. This is another one where I'm like, where I'm just sitting here like, I really don't like Shark Night, but at the same time, I guess I will fucking take it and put it in my collection because it's shelf space to take up. So we got Shark Night, a movie that I honestly kind of despise. We got Silent Warnings, some alien film that may or may not be a ripoff of M. Night Shyamalan's Signs, which, I mean, that movie isn't even that good in the first place, so, yeah. We got Waxwork and Waxwork 2, which, again, both these movies are legit, great, really fun, enjoyable horror comedies, but the thing is, this is the inferior version of, this is the inferior DVD, like, physical media release of these films, and the version of Waxwork on this set is the full screen version, which is nowhere near as, which is the full screen version, which is still completely uncut, but it's in full screen, so you're missing most of the movie. And we got Last Breath, some film that sounds like it might be okay, but considering the track record with Shriek Show at least releasing, like, films that aren't like old cult films. I mean, Shriek Show put out, before Severin came out and did this, they put out the Blu-ray and DVD releases of Burial Ground Night of Terror and Zombie Holocaust, two really, really fun, bad zombie movies. And here we have, so they, and those releases aren't perfect, but they're still decent. And then, we got this. We got this shit that they release. I am kind of disappointed in this month's horror pack. Like, legit, I expected it to be really good. I expected it to knock my fucking socks off. And it really didn't. And honestly, I'll say it again, I'm disappointed. I know some people are going to be fine with this pack, because I know there are a lot of people who like Shark Night, and there are a lot of movies that people really hate that I really enjoy, so I can understand. I can understand that. I mean, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at this month's horror pack was a bit of a bust, sadly. But but I guess all we can do now is really hope that the next, the horror pack for November? Yeah, November. What am I fucking doing? The horror pack for November is good, because that's really, that's really all we have to go on for now. But I will say, good on horror pack for trying to spread the word about this, about Waxwork. This is a great, legit fucking great cult film you guys picked out. I don't even fucking know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just sitting here reading the back of this, even though I own the Blu-ray. But anyway, guys, this is Biscuit Horror Reviews, signing off. Peace.